Alright, our final new mechanic, and then the only thing is like look at a couple feats and
Of
stuff.
the Grim Hollow book,
Yes.
and that is
Yeah, which is close to
transformations.
it. Alright, the following rules provide players and GMs with the tools to see their characters slowly become grim monsters from dread-inducing weird to all-powerful witches and bloodthirsty vampires to plain touch sheriffs. The following transformations are available to characters. The story that blah 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 blah, making these blah blah blah. Sorry, I have to do a thing. Give me a second, I gotta do a thing.
Oh, okay.
Get out of here. There we go. Blah blah blah, but there are risks of power that comes with blah blah blah. In addition to blah blah blah, before using the blah blah blah. Okay. Individuals rarely choose to change into monstrous beings. More often, they have a blah blah blah. Character may begin a transformation. There are times, however, when a character may wish to begin a perhaps they have succumbed to the lure of a power. Regardless, there is something involved because we're playing with DMs. Yes, of course. Yeah, the lighter tone or strict world. As capable might not suit. Except translation or meet the transformation. Because the requirements must be met for character start. It's strong more that it must be attained through gameplay rather than through a backstory or other off-screen actions.
So
So
this could
they
be a
want these to happen on screen on the game and the game.
okay. Also, I can imagine since it sounds like it could be a choice thing, like you succumb to power. I can imagine this being like a fun thing to do as a warlock, like your patron does
Yeah.
a transformation thing like that. That
All
could be
right. So each
fun.
transformation has like the curses. Each transformation has 4 stages.
Okay.
You reach the new stage when a certain monster. A list of potential general monsters triggers is shown below. Additionally, each individual transformation contains more specific triggers or monsters that can be used to take when transformation reach the new stage. Here are our
Universal
things.
milestones or triggers. So being
So, an
cursed by an
exceptional evil
ancient.
or good act, ancient rival, a powerful art, cursed by an orc agent, exalted by a patron or god, making impact to powerful fake creature, stumbling upon an area infused with great power.
Okay.
Well, transformations are trigger based and come with flaws. Transformations still represent a significant increase in powers. For this reason, it is recommended that players and GMs use the transformation progression table as a guide. We should keep this in mind.
Hmm.
When characters will increase. So,
So
in
it's sort of like a
background,
leveling screen.
take a screenshot of this.
Of course. So it's like a leveling scheme, like a play. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Here, do you want me to
With the,
post
I want
that
a screenshot
somewhere
of.
or?
Keep it on you. It's not going to be posted as long as you have it.
In that
We're
case,
going to
give me
reference it
but a
as we
moment.
read
Oop.
the powers we get from these transformations. We're going to reference the diagram.
All right, I needed to paste it into my private thing that I have just so I can have quick
Alright.
access to it. All right, we're good.
Alright, so the character ongoing is considered to be at this point players should follow the instructions for selecting the boons and flaw for stage 1. For some transformations, the characters may have to choose among various options. Similarly, one transformation may require a character to select more than one boon or flaw to give them.
So this is basically more class levels. However, they apply a downside to us.
That's interesting. Something I want to catch attention to. So we were looking at these epic boons, and they're tied to the transformation, but they're not the boons. Anyways,
Right.
all right, let's get back to this. Sorry. All righty then. Okay. Blah 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 blah. At the point, the player should follow the instructions for the boon and flaw for stage 1. For some transformations, the characters may have to choose among various options. Similarly, some transformations may require characters to select more than one boon at a given stage of the transformation. Uh, we are gonna have to actually look deep into these.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
There is just no way around it.
I mean, we never know because we didn't look at this. This is
aberrant horror.
Okay.
So they're just like these horror monsters. Every aberrant horror begins with a divine question. What happened to them? Sometimes there's a plop, plop. And there's Pax blop. Once you have your origin, consider your character's motivation regardless of transformation. Blah 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 before they blah 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 blah. Stages. Here we go. Once the characters reach stage 1 of the aberrant horror transformation, the boons and flaws they receive cannot be removed by normal or even typical magical means. Some magic might halt the mutations that the character endures, but magic on the level of the wish spells need to completely remove the transformation and its boons and flaws. I wonder if this is universal.
Maybe.
To move from one stage to the next, higher one, in this transformation, an event or some of the notable occurrence tied to the story of the character should take place. The following events are for ones that might trigger a move. Become exposed to the magic of an unearthly or transformational nature. Rest in the vicinity of a cursed item recept. Offer prayers to something that's in the lore. Drink the blood or other things of an aberration that is still alive. Some abilities dictate the way players respond to a character, such as their hideous appearance flaw that makes creatures hostile. Other player characters always have the choice how they react to these revelations.
Okay.
Win. Win. You initially undergo the Aberrant Horror transformation. You gain both Stage 1 boons and Stage 1 flaws. So we choose.
Oh, we have a. Oh, so we choose whatever benefit we want, but there will always be a flaw. Okay. So all these are options.
Or wait. Actually, wait. No. Or do we get all of these? We might get all of these. Stage 1 boon is the aberrant form. Your creature type becomes aberration in addition to any other creature types you have.
Okay.
Also, the first time you become bloody after a short or long rest, you gain a number of temporary with your proficiency bonus plus your current transformation stage. Your body can twist and reshape itself as you will, changing body parts into dangerous or useful tools, and regenerating after taking them out. These abilities are represented by aberrant mutations. You can manifest an aberrant mutation listed below a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus plus your current transformation stage. Each of these. No, I think we get all of these.
I see. And
each of these aberrant mutations
okay.
last for 1 minute, and you can end them early by spending a bonus action to remove them, or take on a different mutation. If you choose another aberrant mutation, you must spend another use of this feature. Short or long rest.
Okay.
Keep in mind, by the way, we are levels 1 to 4, correct?
Yes. This is like our first stage 1 to 4.
Yeah. So.
Which honestly, this sounds like it has a good little bit of versatility to it.
As the bonus action grow, armor class is increased by 2. But your speed is reduced by 10.
That's an interesting trade.
I will say, because these are actually player options, complicated ones, mind you me, they're actually worth approving or not.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, transform one or both your arms into thick muscles, driving attacks. Attack action, you can replace one or more attacks with melee attacks made with an you're proficient with this, and on a hit, the attack is 1d8. As a bonus action, you can make an attack with your Eldritch Limbs. Your Eldritch Limbs cannot hold weapons. They are not considered weapons or unarmed strikes. That's huge, right?
They're not considered. So there's no way, with that being there, there's no way to make these. Actually, no, never mind. That doesn't matter anymore for 2024. I gotta remember this was made for the 2024 system.
So keep in mind though, by the way, these are a choice.
They are a choice.
But not when we're making at long rest or on gaining features, that when on usage.
Right.
They are a choice. As a bonus action, you get Slime. Advantage on ability check to a safe grapple, and you can use a dash action as a bonus action. You also gain resistance to acid, fire, and cold damage with this one. The fact that this was a bonus action. But we have a flaw.
Unstable form.
Your body becomes malleable and chose to maintain any one physical shape. Upon completing a long rest, after an adventuring day in which you took damage, which in theory will be most adventuring days, you must roll 1d100 on the unstable form table and apply the corresponding mutation based on your current transformation stage. I will say, Ross, I know you're going to hate my answer to this. These are so involved that I think we have to look at each of these separately.
That's fine.
Yeah. So,
we've
been adding a lot more time with this book. Anyways, so we need to look at the table.
Yeah, let's see what's on this table. Which apparently you didn't read it, but apparently the changes last until the next long rest.
Right. So let's take a look.
So maybe they won't all be bad.
So looking at stage 1, nothing.
Transformation. The stress of the transformation. Oh, you can die from this.
Ross. That's stage 4 though.
Oh! I didn't see that column. Okay, so.
Nothing here.
Nothing there. Nothing there. Here's where we start. Your body metabolism completely drains. 2 levels of exhaustion. Ow!
Well, keep in mind though, this is 2024 features, so we're using the 2024 exhaustion. Those are not
still
bad, but
still.
Because just the double. Every D20 roll.
Yeah. Ow. All right.
Then you have trouble processing what's happening after rolling initiative. You have the stunned condition until the end of your first turn. Your first turn every combat that day could suck.
Well, here's the thing though. What is nice about this is if you are first on initiative, enemies will not be attacking you with advantage, because the stun condition would end at the end of your first turn. So as long as you have high initiative, you're not going to be getting hit with advantage
Right. Well,
from that.
anyway, you have trouble processing what is happening. Oh,
That,
are we really on?
yeah, next one.
Your limbs weaken. Your speed in all modes of movement decreases by 15 feet and cannot be increased.
That is, ow.
These are debilitating. And I want you to keep in mind something, Ross. Odds are you're playing in a campaign where you're going to take damage free adventuring day unless you are an insane dodge tank.
Right.
You're going to have to roll this table.
Practically speaking, every day.
And these are
so far they're very
Your
debilitating.
body does not react to mental commands. You cannot take reactions at all.
The entire day, no reactions.
That can destroy builds.
Literally from that one combat in Dragon City when I think it was like over half of us lost a reaction due to an AoE. Just having that for the entire day. Ow. Okay.
You are distracted by your changing form. Disadvantage on perception checks.
Not as bad. Perception checks happen a lot.
Your body becomes unable to fight off attacks. You have disadvantage on con saves. Say goodbye to your concentration spells. And also there's a lot of stuff that are just con saves.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on dex saves.
And dexterity
and
checks.
Ability checks. Ooh, that's rough. That one is rough. I will say, with our other feature, we can counter this technically.
Was there something that gave us advantage on dex?
Yeah,
stuff?
One of the mutations.
I did not see that.
Or specifically in the acrobat, save and grapple.
Okay.
You lose blood or other vital features mutations. You cannot add your Constitution modifier to any hit point dice regained to spend.
That sucks, but it's not
so
horrible.
Worse.
Yeah.
Speaking is difficult. You can only utter one word during each turn. This does not hamper spellcasting.
During each turn. So out of combat, we're fine. But as soon as we're combat, we're like,
So, 94. So what we have here is no effect.
Okay.
So, it's possible that nothing happens. Alright, and now, so these are ones that won't happen at the final stage. Your lower limbs become more powerful. Your speed increases by 5 feet.
I just realized, yeah, as we get further along in stages, we lose some of the options as well.
Correct.
So early on, we're getting.
In the final stage, we will never get a good result out of this.
Well, I think 94 to 100 would be a good result in comparison to all of this.
I'm not calling status quo a good result.
No. I mean,
yeah. Your flesh becomes more. You start the turn day with 4 temporary hit points. Also, even these good things aren't great.
4 temporary points per transformation stage. So once we get to stage 2, that's 8, but that's it.
Correct.
Okay.
Your body and systems are enhanced. You have advantage on death saves, and that can only be acquired at stage 1. So this is rough.
So basically, this is just you get a debilitating effect to have pretty decent diversity when it comes to the stuff you get at least at tier 1. I don't know what the other tiers get.
Now we're at stage 2. Before we go to the form, we get to add a thing to our thing. Because at stage 2, our body starts to lose cohesion. Disadvantage on all
D20 tests? You know what? You do not want to choose this transformation as a rogue.
No,
that will just turn off your sneak attack for the entire day.
You don't want to choose this transformation as anybody. When you reach again, I want to keep in mind, by the way, because you're doing this as an RP choice, not I get cool mechanical powers, even though you do get cool mechanical powers.
Right.
Because you're doing this as an RP choice, approved without thought is not going to exist.
Fair.
For this category. When you reach
stage 2,
you select one stage 2 boon and gain the stage 2 flaw. So if we looked at stage 1, it was you get
both of the stage boons. So we get all of that. Okay. But this one only one.
So our first option
is Efficient Killer.
When you make an attack with your limbs, you can gain an added ability based on the damage type you have chosen.
Okay, so
Piercing, you can replace any attack made with the object with a razor sharp barb hurled at the target, so you get a ranged attack.
and it deals 2d6 damage. Honestly, not terrible. Honestly, actually pretty good for a ranged weapon attack. Actually,
Would trigger sneak attack.
it would because of finesse. You're right.
You get the tentacle, additional 1d8 bludgeoning damage, and it has a slow weapon property.
Okay, so you reduce enemies by what 10 feet,
Slashing, get the graze weapon property.
and it adds an extra 1d8. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay, not horrible. Oh, what about the second one though? The thing that's rivaling against or not I don't know why I said wrathing tendrils.
Writhing, it's writhing.
Writhing.
You gain the ability to grow tendrils out of your body as a bonus action. They sprout from you. While you maintain them, you get the benefits. When a creature moves to within 5 feet of you, you can try to push it back as a reaction. Of course, it lets you get that thing that you roll that makes you can't use reactions. Unless the creature succeeds on a strength saving throw, it is pushed 5 feet away from you and its speed is reduced to 0.
Ooh.
You put yourself in a good position, and it's going to be pretty cool. Until the start of your next turn, the DC of the saving throw is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your transformation stage.
So the DC for this is not going to be high. Actually, wait. 8 plus proficiency, which by this point, let me double check the chart. 5 to 10. So let's say 3 and 4.
Yep.
Plus the stage, which would be an extra 2 at this point.
I mean, not crazy, but it's cool if you get it off. You can your tendril can protect if you move. You can use a bonus action to disengage. And as a reaction to being targeted with a melee attack, you can cause the creature to disadvantage on all melee attacks it makes that turn. Now they last for a minute, and it's proficiency bonus time.
Per short rest.
We got ourselves.
Honestly, both are pretty bad. Not bad. Both are pretty good. Anyway, flaw time.
Your appearance has protected you may have turned into a hulking mass of flesh arm with blah or a blah blah blah. You can regardless of your true form, you're horrific to behold. You can suspend this form and take on the appearance of the humanoid you once wore. But this is taxing and requires effort. This form is not permanent, and moments of stress are likely to reveal your true nature. Your true form may be revealed in the following situations. If you ever become bloodied, if you ever concentrate on any spells, if you ever just go unconscious, which there are ways without getting bloodied, of course.
Right.
If you ever enter hollowed ground.
Or you could choose to reveal yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
In these events or times of other emotional or physical stress, a GM can call for a con save with a DC based on your current transformation stage. If you fail to save, your horrific appearance. So it's not guaranteed.
I see.
So basically, whenever you cast a concentration spell, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna cast whole person. Okay, I need to.
So it's like. So it's like you remember the werewolf blood hunter? How if they are basically bloodied, they have to make a wisdom save. Otherwise, they. Yeah. It's basically that.
That's a lot meaner. Now, the DC, of course, goes up as your stage goes up.
13 at stage 2. 16 at stage 3.
20 at stage 4.
Okay.
Non-evil creatures that witness your form become instantly hostile to you unless the GM decides otherwise. So.
Okay, I'm glad that I'm glad that they added the unless the DM chooses otherwise.
I mean, that's implied with every rule, but it is nice that it's there.
Right. It's nice that it is there. It is clear that it's not they're always hostile. So, but okay.
I will say this could be very campaign breaking if it happens often.
It can.
All right, so we're going on to stage 3. Before we go on to stage 3,
we gotta check. So we can only roll if you roll a 1 on this.
Your form becomes a fragile. Your hit point maximum
is half your normal.
Half your normal maximum.
Oh.
That's rough.
Oh. What are these boons? These boons better be beneficial for that to be a chance.
Select one stage 3 and you get the stage 3 flaw. So
okay.
Terrifying visit. When you invoke your mutation, you can choose your one creature within 30 feet. You can see the creature must, wisdom save or get frightened for 1 minute. It is 8 plus proficiency plus transformation stage creature that makes the saving throw as for I know that feature. Yep. Or,
Okay.
or you can have constricting tendrils, but notice it has a prerequisite.
Which you have to have the other
Right.
tendril one to in the first place. Okay.
You gain this option. As a bonus action, while it is active, you can attempt to restrain a creature within 5 feet of you with your tendrils. The strength or dexterity save throw or gain the restrained condition. The DC is blah 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 blah. A restrained creature can take an action to make a strength athletics check against the blah 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 blah. The restrained creature ends if you are incapacitated, you move from position if you attract tendrils, or if you use your tendrils to perform any other ability.
Okay.
But we get ourselves a flaw.
What is our flaw? Uh.
Magic causes your physical form to unravel. Whenever you roll a natural 1 or 2 on a saving throw against a spell, you reveal your hideous appearance
And roll on the
and
unstable
must roll on
table.
the unstable form result. If the result is less, and keep in mind, as you go lower, the results are supposed to get worse, although not always. But if it is less than your current unstable form effect, you
Your
replace
place.
it with the new result.
So okay, let's say we are on. Let's say we rolled a 50 on the chart. If we roll a
Originally
60
or now?
originally, but then we roll a
Right, so
60,
that
we
would
do
be
not
at stage
replace it.
3.
We have to get a lower one to end up replacing it.
Correct. Yes. Anyways,
Okay.
uh, now we're at stage 4, and let's read this. I know you already read it. The stress of your transformation becomes too much. You die, and you cannot be restored to life by any spell below level 5.
Which
This
that
is
is that does that is very rough. Here is the thing though. By the time we're fourth stage, which let me double check the chart.
that's 17 to 20.
Yeah, 17 to 20. So by that point, now this isn't always, but by that point there are options.
Are you using your 5th level on your 9th level on this? Be honest.
Well, as long as it's fifth level, which couldn't you just upcast Revivify if you wanted to?
I guess you could do that.
Because it's just fifth level or lower. So and
Uh,
fifth level is like what? Raised Dead? Is Raised
Raised
Dead
Dead,
fifth level
yeah.
or is it fourth? It is fifth level?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. I guess that would be the trick. Upcast.
Upcast
Revivify.
Revivify or do Raised Dead, pick your
Anyway,
poison. But what are these? What are these big, like these
stage 4.
boons better be great.
Alright, so you select one stage 4 boon and gain the stage 4 flaw.
Okay. Oh,
Also, wow, Ross, this mechanic is so involved.
it is, but it does sound interesting. This I will.
Alright,
I'll admit
so,
this does sound very interesting.
stage 4 boon, Eldritch Aberrations. But the prerequisite is you gotta have spell slots for this one.
Yep.
You gain deliver lots of jolts of mana with your once per turn when you hit a creature with an attack using your Eldritch Limbs. You can expend a spell slot to deal additional damage equal to 1d6 per spell level. You can choose for this to be any of the following types: Acid, Cold, Fire, Force, Lightning, or Thunder. If any of the extra dice show a 6 when it's rolled, the target has the prone condition. This is just a
we
weird
get
version of Eldritch Smite.
yeah we this is basically just a weirder version of Eldritch Smite that gains. I mean, a good number of damage types to where if the enemy has a weakness to exploit, you can. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, or poisonous mutations.
You get resistance to poison, temperature, or immune to poison. When you have the, I mean, you can choose. You choose any creature takes 3 poison unless it's on Constitution saving throw. It is 8 plus your proficiency bonus
Eh.
plus generation stage. And here it is, the flaw.
The final flaw. What do we got?
This flaw replaces the stage 3 flaw.
Okay, so
Very.
we replace the that was the if you get a nat 1 or 2 you
Yeah, on magic.
so that's being gone, that's being thrown out, and we get
The
this.
very essence of magic and the effect of stress aggravates the unstable nature of your aberrant body. Each time you fail a saving throw,
In general,
or the
oh,
first time you become bloodied after finishing a long rest, you must roll on the unstable form table. If the result is less than your current unstable form effect, replace it with the new result. This is deadly.
it is. Also, I thought about it. I was thinking about it. if we're gonna be doing each of these forms one at a time, do we just want to look at the epic boon that relates to each form?
I
Just
guess we
so,
could do that.
just so
Yeah,
it,
we could do that.
but okay. I was like, so
But
far,
first, yeah, let's
yeah.
take a look at this as it is. So, and expect me to give this ranking for all of them. Approved for appropriate campaigns.
Yep.
I think naturally having this in just any old campaign, especially with the unstable form that makes everyone hate you, in like a super social, high tension type campaign, would absolutely ruin the pace. So I think I can't just allow a blank check.
Right.
But 100% ask me if it's appropriate. I will allow you to use it.
Yeah. So far,
That
reading just
being
the Albert one,
said,
it looks fun. This looks like a fun idea
I
to implement.
have some warnings.
Okay.
By stage 4, you are going to die with this.
It is stage 4, unless this epic boon buffs this to the extreme. We are more than likely. We're not gonna have as great of a time.
Proper dungeon crawl. How many times do you fail a saving throw? Be realsies.
A good bit of time, at the very least one. But you gotta keep in mind, we're 17 to 20. We're getting like the DCs upwards of 23 or stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they are
You
up
are,
there.
You are going to hit that 1 or 2. You're going to hit it. I also want to point out, if you are a caster who uses concentration spells, I would recommend. Yeah, just say no. Don't take this bit. Don't take this transformation at all if you're a caster.
God, I just realized our
Yes, stage 4 as a caster with concentration spells means that if you drop concentration, that is a failed save. You re-roll this, you risk death.
God by the time you're 17th level and you have this feature, our table rules where if you roll a nat 1 on like a breath weapon or something like that, you're now taking it's even more brutal. Oh my god.
Hence the warnings. But yes, this is fun. This is cool. I get the appeal. I do.
So far, it's a fun idea.
All right. So you said let's look at the boon.
Yeah, let's take a look at the boon.
Let's look at the boon.
I believe
All
each form gets their own boon.
All right. So we're looking at.
I'm assuming Eldritch Horror would be it because it's a yeah, aberrant horror transformation. So we have to have.
Boop. Yeah. Vampire, Spectre.
So we have
aberrant, or just double check. Sorry, double check something first. And that's it. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
So Elder Horror.
So.
Ability score increase of any kind.
Yep.
When you roll a 25 or lower on the unstable form table, you can choose to roll again.
And you must use the new result.
Must use the result. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest.
Okay.
Choose any aberrant horror transformation boon that you don't already have, but meet the prerequisite for.
And you gain that boon. It helps a little.
It helps a little, but ugh.
Getting an extra boon from any of the levels would be nice. Yeah, no, I wish I.
That would be one thing, but one time means that it'll lower it, but it still is going to happen.
I wish this was proficiency. But
with that being said, yeah, look, I gave my stance on this.
Yeah, so far, okay. I like this as a concept.
If this is the thing you want for your character, talk to your DM.
Also, I'm looking at all these options. Other than ooze and lycanthropy, I can see each of these being like like your patron is granting you this power, like as like a warlock.
Look, I will create the werewolf patron and the slime patron. We can do that.
We can totally do that. But yeah, no, that was the aberrant horror. Next, we will be covering the fae.
Yep. All right. GG. Boom.
Okay.
Immediately, I have to dock points just for the lore. They're using the word changeling as like the actual lore explanations and stuff, which, whatevs, I guess.
Yeah, we're covering the fae transformation. So yeah, let's.
So you're all the lores. Blah 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 blah. The important stuff. Okay, so here's how they expect you to move into stage.
Right.
Striking a mark with a greater Fey creature, performing a great deed in the name of the Fey Queen, establishing a new fairy ring or bridge to the realm of fairy, defeating a powerful agent from your rival Fey court, earning a domain or title in the realm of fairy, being born with Fey blood that starts manifesting Fey traits on the day of maturation. That's not really.
Would that last one
I
apply
don't
to elves in general? Because aren't they Fey
know.
blood to a certain degree?
This is not the last one. Kind of stupid because I can't be born twice generally. Anyways, all right. So let's take a look-sees at the boons, and
Flaws.
you
So
gain one stage one boon of your choice, but the stage one flaw. So
and you
we
get
have
if
1, 2, 3, 4, 4 boons to choose from.
well, yeah, you get one stage boon, but then you also have a Fey form boon, which is his first one.
No, Ross, what?
So you gain Fey form boon and one other stage one boon.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I misread that. Good point.
So this is we don't get all of these, but we get this one and then one of the other four. So
we definitely become a Fey, which makes sense.
Yep,
After
fair enough.
we finish damage type, pick a damage type from the following list: Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, Psychic, or Thunder, and get resistance to that damage type until you finish the longest. So basically,
Honestly, universal resistance, not bad.
okay. And now we have a choice. We can be a servant of the Spring Court, in which case, the Fey creatures Spring Court and blah 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 blah. This is the court. Blah blah blah. Oh my god, the mechanics are so buried in this one. As a bonus action, you can magic out 30 feet from you can see. One creature your choice takes 1d6 thunder damage. You can use this ability a number of times to go to your first once and all okay.
Starting or ending?
Whatever.
Okay, that's fair enough. Summer.
And then here's some more lore. Blah 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 blah. As a bonus action, teleport 30 feet. One creature your choice within 50 feet of your target takes 1d6 fire damage. Blah 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 blah. I am seeing a pattern.
Yeah.
It's autumn. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Bonus action, teleport. Blah blah blah. 5 feet. Poison
damage.
And here we go. Phase stage 1 boom. Blah 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 blah. Bonus action teleport. 5 feet cold damage. So they're all the same.
They're all the same, but they're different damage types.
Different
which
damage type, I guess.
I wonder if the further stages add even more differences.
It might.
Who knows?
But for now,
we got
here is the flaw.
Yep.
Your body and soul have been saturated with the magical energy of the realm of fairy. Rather than inuring you to the essence of magic, it has made you more susceptible. After finishing a short or long rest, you have disadvantage on the first save that you make against a spell originating from name. This is not nearly as
honestly,
bad
yeah,
as
with
the stage 1 flaw of the aberrant horror.
Don't get me wrong, disadvantage on spells sucks. But here's the thing, though. Well, actually, two things. One, they made it to where no matter what, if your ally makes you make a save, then that would not trigger this because it specifically calls out enemy.
Correct.
But also, a lot of enemy stat blocks nowadays, there are still some that do more spell stuff.
You're right.
But a lot of
yeah.
So honestly, we're getting
this
minor.
Is
frankly,
probably not going to come up.
Well, it'll come up maybe once for let's say 3 sessions.
Anyway,
maybe.
With that being said,
now we get stage 2. So I need it. Hold on, let me get the. I forgot to get the chart up. Give me but moments.
Yeah, so that was like that. That was the 1 to 4 right there.
Yes, and this is the 5 to 10. So what do we got?
All right.
So
we get to select one stage 2 boon and get a stage 2 flaw. So we have how many options? 2 options. We have 2 choices here.
Okay.
Our first choice is Two-Face. You can transform your face into a vision of enchantment or horror that affects people around you, based on the Fey court you serve.
Okay.
As a magic action, you take on this vicious creature within 30 feet of you who's prison center or you can do this number of times. So, if we picked spring earlier,
has the stun condition. Ooh.
any creature that does that, the creature gets conscious in each of their turns.
If they take any damage, they remove the
creature
effect.
8 causes an enter the condition effect only ends early that you are deal damage to it or take other harmful actions. Interesting, but still potentially useful. Summer. Charmed. Same deal for the damage stuff.
Although they don't get a
Poison.
repeat save at the end, as long as they don't attack. So okay.
Poisoned.
Con save in their
And
turn,
frightened.
which ends early as long as they just get out of your line of sight.
And so the creature eventually ends its turn. But you can take as much damage as you want.
So honestly, these are fun options.
yeah.
I don't know which one I would say is the best, which honestly is a good thing.
If I would say, I think frightened would be the best.
I think I lean frightened too.
Frightened is the best, I'd say, because it's easier to maintain.
Right. Although having how many people can be affected by this? Oh, just creatures in general. Just getting a massive stun off, that could be big if you're trying to escape and whatnot.
I guess, yeah, if you're trying to escape, that's great. I think frightened is just in general more useful because theoretically you're gonna harm the stun creature immediately in most combat situations. Frightened, I think, is more useful.
Right? Yeah. No, I agree.
Or
that's close.
We take magic tricks. Your Fey Master's Fight's ability to wave magic based on your Fey. You gain the ability to cast a cantrip, one level 1 spell, one level 2 spell. You cast each of these once without using a spell slot or needing spell components. You gain the ability to cast these spells when you finish a long rest. These spells is 8 proficiency. So, if we're spring, we get Poison Spray, Fog Cloud, and Misty Step.
Okay.
Not bad. If we're summer, Firebolt, Burning Hands, and Flame Blade.
Okay.
Autumn is Shillelagh, Thunderwave, and Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay.
Winter is Ray of Frost, Ice Knife, and Darkness. Once again, I think Winter is the best option. Don't get me wrong.
General,
Misty
yeah.
Step is great, but remember, we got a free teleport anyways. With this, with our...
That is true.
Moon, whatever it is.
No matter what, any of these regular boons will give us a teleport.
Correct. So I don't think we're really screaming for a Misty Step here.
I will say though, and there's a reason why I'm going to point this out. Another third-party book did the same thing. This one because they include the cantrip in this, the cantrip is only a one-time use. You cast each of these once.
You can cast each of these. It says you can cast one cantrip, one level 1 spell, one level 2. You can cast each of these once without using a spell slot or using spell once. You're correct.
Now here's the thing. I think that is bullshit because it's a cantrip. But
yeah, 100% agree. Yeah.
Because the only reason why I'm calling that out is because one of the races did that, and I did not notice it until recently when I was like taking a closer look at it.
All right. Well, in that case, I maintain my point.
Right. Winter's still probably the best, I would say, of this list. I think next would getting a.
All right.
I mean, even with their teleports, spring having an extra free one is not horrible.
But the fact that it is only just one, though.
Right.
Honestly, I would go winter, summer, spring, autumn.
Yeah.
But we have a flaw.
What is our flaw?
The Fey Court lends you power and change. You must pay retribution to maintain your freedom twice a year. At times.
Relevant to the Fey Court
that
you
serve,
serve.
Such as the Solstice or the Equinox, you must deliver a treasure or other significant tribute to your ruling Fey Queen. If your Queen considers the tribute lacking, you are immediately notified of your failure and are given detailed instructions on how to atone. You have disadvantage on all the 20 tests until you rectify the situation. If you do not satisfy them in 1 week's time, you can transfer them to the court, where you must answer for your insolence. Once transported this way, you must remain in the realm of Fae for 100 years, or until you strike a bargain with your queen to let you return to the material plane. Your GM will tell you what constitutes a proper trip to the court to some Fey for the capture of Fey criminals or humanoid servants. This is not a flaw, it's a plot hook.
It is a really good plot hook, though. Again, yeah. I look at this and it's screaming Archfey Warlock.
I know, 100%. Honestly, 100%. My issue here is like, so our first flaw was disadvantage on one save a day that might not even happen.
Yeah.
And our second one is just twice a year, which, let's be real, how many campaigns even go for multiple years? So, in theory, Atmos will probably trigger twice in the campaign.
I'm assuming when it means twice a year, I'm assuming it means twice in the universe that it's in. So if there's like a time jump or something like that.
I mean, I'm aware what it means, Ross. You don't need to explain that.
It sounds
What
like
I'm
you were.
saying is,
Yeah.
most campaigns, even if in real life they last multiple years, do not last multiple years in game.
True.
And really, again, this is just the DM says when this happens. The DM says what you need to get. The DM decides what the consequences for failure are. This is a plot hook.
It is.
Not a mechanical flaw, just a plot hook.
And honestly, I like it.
I mean, it's
I like the idea.
good, but I feel like there is some kind of unfair balance between aberrant horror and Fae here. Alright, stage number 3. You get 1 boon and the flaw. Our options are of 3.
So the first one we got illusionary cloak.
The illusionary cloak. Magic acts wrapped in an illusionary cloak for up to 1 hour. During this time, you brings another creature or of your general size into a shape. This illusion ends when you. This is disguise self. This is disguise self.
Yeah, but this is just
disguise self.
This is just disguise self.
You get disguise self, but it's not a spell, I guess, if that matters ever.
I guess the big thing is the DC is higher than what you could normally get for disguise self, unless you have a magic item that boosts your spell save DC.
I guess fair, but still, it's disguise self.
Yeah, it's practically speaking, it's disguise self.
You get fangs, tusks, claws, or other means of harming your enemies. Manifest also lose power magical. As a bonus action, you manifest some natural defense mechanism for 1 minute that gives you the following benefits: claw, bite, or gore that you may use in place of weapon attack. Blah blah. The manifested attack deals 1d6 plus blah blah blah. Your version with attack and blah 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 blah. To be used in place of unarmed strike. This attack is not unarmed strike, nor can it be used in place of unarmed strike. I love that.
Interesting that it calls it out. Okay.
Still a weapon attack. Keep in mind, it is still a weapon attack, but it is not
an unarmed strike,
which matters for anything that uses unarmed strikes.
AKA monk.
Take the attack action that did not use your manifested attack. You may take a bonus action later in that turn to use your manifested attack once.
So we basically get a unarmed strike. No, this weapon attack as an unarmed strike if we attack.
Around when you hit a target with a manifested attack, you can choose to deal additional 2d6 psychic damage to the target. Succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or have the stun condition to. Oh my god! Wow, they buried the lead here.
DC 8 plus proficiency plus transformation, which I'll bite. Stage 3.
Proficiency bonus plus your. Oh my god!
By the way, stage 3, 11 to 16. Forgot to mention that.
I want to just point this out, Ross. Oh my.
You get to use that so many times. I guess the first one doesn't really have a limited use. I guess.
True. Sorry. Let me rephrase why this is insane. Okay. Let me explain what I'm saying. So, bonus action attack, and the amount of times you can use this. 3 plus proficiency bonus is what at this point?
3. Oh yeah, right. Because transformation stage. Let's say we're at 11 to make it easy.
Yep.
I believe that would be plus 4.
4 times. How many barbarian rages do you get with a 2024 barbarian right now?
If I were to take a guess, I would say 4, but I don't know the exact number.
Let me take a look. He's barbarian.
My gut tells me 4, but I don't know.
Let's take a look-see. So, number of rages, level 11. It's 4.
It is 4? Okay.
So, we get as many times as a barbarian can rage, all those combats, because again, combats really last longer than a minute. We get once per turn free stun without spending a single other resource, plus 2d6 psychic damage. And again, that just uses our bonus action, so we attack our usual attacks. Attack, stun. That's insane. I might actually have to put some caveats on this.
Well, I was gonna say you can't just stun because it's only once per round, which
know
I do
you
want to
also
bring up.
can't do attacks with it.
I also want to bring up though. Once per round also tells me that this cannot be triggered during an opportunity attack.
I mean, it can if you don't use your bonus action for it.
But then you're not doing it on getting it off
Wait,
on your turn.
what do you mean it can't be triggered on an opportunity attack? What are you talking about?
Once per round. So if you ever trigger it on your turn, you're not. Let's say you're fighting two
Yeah,
enemies.
that's not the same as
Yeah.
can't trigger an opportunity attack. That's shouldn't, but that doesn't mean can't. If I miss my bonus action attack and they trigger the attack opportunity and I use it, Ross, I can trigger the stun still.
Right. Okay.
Because it triggers when you hit. So you can use it during opportunity attacks, but you only get once per round. Correct.
Oh, so what is the starting DC for this? If it's +4 for proficiency, let's see, that'd be 12 +3. The DC of this would be 15.
That's like not horrible.
Oh, yeah, no, not horrible. I just want. I was just adding clarity.
And the fact that you can do this every round, it's going to go off. And again, the monk's gonna look at. I need to. This is rough because I think I need to do something about this. I want to point out, by the way, this is a. Oh my god, this is underwhelming. And that last sentence changed everything for me.
Well, honestly,
Right?
let's make change adjustments after you look at the other one and the flaw. Because the flaw could just cripple us.
I guess that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
But I do agree that this is powerful.
Yeah, this is. The flaw is going to have to be very, very bad for me to be okay with this here. Alright.
And then let's see. Last one is dreams and nightmares.
You gain the ability to manipulate the mind of a mortal being. As most action choose a humanoid you can see within 30 feet. The creature must see no wisdom set that he says blah blah blah. Plus your blah blah. On a failed save, the creature has the paralyzed condition as it is stuck in a blissful dream or terror. The condition lasts for 1 minute. The target condition the enemy returns. You can choose. You can choose to concentrate on the effect as you would a spell. If you're concentrating on the effect when the target attempts its saving throw, it has target has interesting. Proficiency bonus. You can't use for a long rest. See,
neat.
Sorry, I'm scrolling back. It sounds on the first glance that's better, but you really do only have 4 of these.
Well, really, I didn't think it was better. Here's the thing.
I know.
I think
I'm
it's
just saying.
neat, but I don't think it's quite better.
What
is the flaw?
Your connection to the Fey Courts has granted tremendous power, but so when you become bloody for the first time, you must succeed on a DC 20 con. On a failed save, you gain a level of exhaustion.
Ow.
1 level of exhaustion. This is only going to have a happen trigger 1 stay, and the exhaustion will go away, and then it's going to do a long rest. And you can. Yeah, you can also remove by spending number of hit points equal to your transformation stage.
So to remove this exhaustion, you have to expend no matter what 3, eventually 4 hit dice.
But here's the thing: I don't think this exhaustion is ever going to be that debilitating because you can only ever get 1 of these a day, which will immediately go away, presuming you can get a proper sleep.
Oh, did it say you can only get 1 of these? Wait,
when you become bloodied for the first time after you roll initiative. I guess after you roll initiative.
Yeah, after you roll initiative. So like you could be in like 3 fights.
I still don't think it's the insane feature.
Would this trigger if you're already? So let's say we had a fight already. When
you become.
Okay, so I guess there's a weird loophole where you could make it to where you never are above half health when you start a fight, but I feel like at that point you're in a very dangerous position anyway.
Depends on what you're playing. Now,
right.
Here's what I want to say. I don't think that changes my opinions here. We need to do something here. We need to do something. I have a few options. The simplest one for me, would be to look at this ability, this boon Tooth and Claw, and limit it to once per long rest. Easy. I'm fine with you getting 1 fight where you get all those stuns off, you know? That is the... You know what? I even be answer. Once for short rest. That is the easiest. That is the easiest solution.
Well, I was gonna say we could. I think first off, we look at the number of times we could use this. I think adding the transformation stage when the other one that has proficiency bonus, it does not add the transformation stage. So I think we could axe that. Like
Just,
that's my
just make it
that's my first
using.
glancing thought.
Okay, so what would that? That would be two then. Wait, no, what?
So you
Wait,
axe transformation stage added to it.
how much is
So
proficiency
that'd be
bonus plus
4.
transformation stage is 4? You sure?
No, no, proficiency bonus would be 4. Adding the transformation makes it 7 because transformation stage is the
Ross,
third stage.
I thought it was 4. This I was under the impression it was 4 this entire time.
No, wait, I
So
said that it was 7.
I know that my point is I
Like
misunderstood you and was so confused. I'm realizing that doesn't make sense. So that should tell you, Ross, that no, just making it just proficiency bonus will not
well,
satisfy you here.
I was gonna say that was the first thing I was gonna change. I okay. How about this? We make the stun last longer, but you can only do the stun once per time during each time you use the transformation. So
That was my second option, Ross. That was actually what I was thinking. But my issue with that is it's getting into the weeds a bit. It's going to be annoying to track this.
I mean, there are abilities that
I know. Just
literally
because there are.
our favorite barbarian, the zealot barbarian, has that where once per raid you can basically succeed a save against. I think it's like a spell.
And I maintain it's annoying to track that. I'm not saying I'm against it, just that it is annoying to track. But if that's where you want to stand this, I am good with that. I am good with that change. I
Right.
would say yeah. It lasts a minute.
Yeah. Last a minute. Do we want to do we want
And
to increase
there's
the damage? Maybe.
we can keep. Here's the we can keep the damage. The damage can stay.
Okay.
It's just a sound effect. It lasts a minute. The sound effect lasts a minute, and once you have chosen to trigger the sound effect, you cannot do so again. And also, I guess they make a con. They can remake the con save at the end of
Each of its turns.
I think that's a lot. That's a lot of nerfing we have to do. But yeah, that is just insane.
Okay.
Write that down, I guess. So this is the
Yeah. What is
stage
this?
3 tooth and claw.
All right.
Bullet 3. But here is what. Yeah, 7 times is a lot. Actually, you're not wrong. But I will say, reducing it to 4, if that was really what we were going to do, would not change anything because rarely are there more than 4 combats, anyways. In like an adventuring day. All right.
I guess
So
what we
there's.
could also do is if we do the extended thing, maybe we can only have one active person stunned at a time. But I don't know.
I mean, that kind of comes with the territory here. Anyways, moving right along. Stage 4.
Save. Yep. Sorry.
Select one stage 4 boon and get the stage 4 flaw.
So this is
So we
17 to 20.
have two choices. One of them has a prerequisite.
The magic tricks.
Your Fey Master Pride even further magical abilities. You gain the ability to cast one level 3 spell, one level 4 spell, one level 5. You can cast them once without you gain the blah 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 blah. You get so if you're Spring, Stinking Cloud, Vitrolic Sphere, or Cloud Kill.
Okay.
Summer you get Fireball, Fire Shield, and Dream. Autumn,
Okay.
Lightning Bolt, Blight, Hold Monster is pretty solid. Vampiric Touch is for Winter. Ice Storm and Cone of Cold. I think factoring in the previous round, I think Autumn gets moved up to second place, but Winter still, but everything else remains the same.
Here's I'm looking at these spells. It's nice that we get all these for free. I don't know anything about like the seasonal fae or any like the lore behind it, but going based off like the seasonal names, I don't quite know why Vampiric Touch is here. But I don't know any of the lore around the Fae.
Either either
So,
way, let's move right along. I don't. I wouldn't expect this book to follow that lore. Anyways, stage 4.
Twilight
Or
Grammar.
you can be invisible for 1 hour, or until you if you make your attack roll damage, cast a spell that causes the target to make a single throw, and terrain duration changes to 1 minute. Oh, oh, oh! Wow.
So you
Invisible
aren't
twice in your voice.
revealed if you do something
So this is greater invisibility, but
better because there's no concentration.
yes, and yeah,
Twice per long
interesting.
rest.
No, that's pretty solid. Here's the flaw. You mentioned you have this on death save as the fate. So just disadvantage on death saves. Period.
Okay. Ow.
You get vulnerability to certain damage types based on the fate court you are pledged to. You can never benefit from resistance or immunity to that damage.
So
Spring's necrotic, summer is cold, autumn is radiant, and winter is fire.
all of these are, I would say, we're level 17 to 20. I would say all of these are probably going to be fairly well, maybe not radiant. But a lot of these would be like way more
Still.
common.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that is
wow.
not quite it.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, first off, the package. The package as a whole.
Yeah. So, yeah. It definitely does not have nearly as many downsides, which, for better or for worse in this case, it's like,
But you're not getting as many like cool buffs.
yeah. I will tell you this right now. I would probably be straight out allowed let you play this. Nothing here breaks a campaign. So if you come to me, always come to me, of course, as
Right, of course.
But if you come to me during session 0 or like before we start a campaign, like I want to do this character option, I would 100% allow it.
I would so want to do this with an Archfey Warlock. I feel like that's so flavorful.
Well, you just heard me say I'll allow it.
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. But
I guess with one stipulation. Obviously, we need to have room in the campaign to do that stupid side quest where you go do the presents.
right.
Anyways, but that's it. All right, let's look at the epic boon.
Yeah, let's look at the epic boon that's attached to this.
I suspect I know what I am going to say.
Elder Fae.
Increase 1, you are no longer affected by the weakened constitution transformation flaw.
Which, that was the one that was for exhaustion, I believe.
Correct. So, what that means is, if you take this boon, this is gone.
Yeah,
we ran this break, we just got, anyways.
That's just gone, and you get another. So I know a theme with these epic boons. We get we get a little buff to reduce the effect of one of the flaw.
Yeah, we knew the bad thing.
And we get an extra one.
You already have, you gain the boon. So that's it. Yeah, no, again, solid, approved, blah, blah, blah. This is good. This is all fine.
Yeah, I am really liking these transformation mechanics.
Yeah, alright.
So far. Anyway, we'll be back for the Fiend.
Oh, right. So here are the blahs. Blah, blah, blah. Fiend transformation.
Yep,
blah, blah.
We're talking about the Fiend transformation from Grimhollow.
Blah, 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 blah,
Art
blah,
looks
blah, blah, blah,
interesting.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow, that's interesting.
What is up?
Even magic at the level of the wish spell cannot atone for your actions or redeem your soul.
Hmm.
We didn't really look at this for fairy because I didn't even think to, because I didn't think it would be different. The rituals are dangerous and rarely successful, so nothing about it being free from the witch list. So okay.
Wish spell.
All right. So when we defeat a greater rival, instilling a particularly powerful or influential soul with contract, establishing a cult of worshippers who offer their strength to you, establishing a portal between the material plane and the netherworld, killing or corrupting a seraph. So here's the honest thing. I think I would have, if I liked this mechanic and we knew about it at the time, I would have probably offered this to the Kiri's character for the last campaign if he was still playing. It obviously makes no sense now. Anyways.
Right.
Alright,
so we get,
when you undergo the thing, you gain the Fiendish Soul Boon, one other boon of our choice, and the Flaw.
okay.
So, No matter what, we become a fiend and have advantage on deception checks. Additionally,
Nice.
it resists either acid, cold, or fire.
A universal damage resistance and a little bit of a skill boost. Okay, I'll take it.
I mean, I wouldn't call this universally. It's a choice.
Well, it's a choice, but it's a all these damage types
There
are
is
nice to resist.
true, but once you made a choice, you're committed to it.
Right.
All right, then we're looking at Devilish Contractor. You have the ability. You acquire the ability to bind mortal creatures to your will. So this is one of the options. You can create a contract with a binding mortal humanoid soul to you, feeding on its power. The mortal gains a gift asked for in the contract, and you gain a gift of damnation of your choice. See gifts of damnations at the end of this transformation. To bind a mortal soul to you, you must create a contract for their desired gift. A contract requires a magic going to pay for 10 gold pieces for each transformation stage you have acquired. You and the mortal must both sign the contract willingly, fully aware of the costs involved. Once signed, demonic entities give you a gift of damnation, and the mortals receive their desired wish within 7 days. You do not have to provide this boon yourself. This is
Interesting. So, let's say an NPC wanted
breaking.
If an NPC wanted power, you make a deal with them, and you are not the one that provides the power, in whatever form it is.
Ross, this is game breaking. For example, upon signing a contract for a gift of unfettered glory, you receive the benefits listed for that gift. The mortal who signs receives their stated desire provided by the dubious powers of the netherworld. You cannot benefit directly from this mortal's desired gift, nor can an ally. No, okay, there we go.
So it has to be
no
NPC. It cannot be a player character.
Sign a contract with you. It can't be anyone who knows you or likes you. It has to be someone who's neutral or enemy. That's okay. Well, I guess that stops it from being crazy game broken. But I still think this is game breaking. You may take of the stage that you have attained or lower. For example, if you are stage 2, you can take 1 or 2. There is no limit on the contract you can execute, that you can only have 1 at a time. When you would gain a second gift, you can place the active with anyone. Also, when you finish a long rest, you may swap your active action for any other gift associated with a signed contract.
So basically, we get a gift, and we only can ever have 1 of these at a time, no matter what form we or level we are.
Yes, here's the issue though, Ross. So we'll look at the stage 1 gifts for now.
Oh yeah, let's see what we got. So, gift of the.
No, before we do.
Oh, okay.
I need to address something. So we're looking at these basically for fun, because I am telling you right now, this boon right here, off the table. As a reminder, you get an advantage on deception checks. Even if they are not your direct ally, it would not be difficult for you at all to theoretically convince an NPC to wish for something that would in some way benefit you. This boon is, in no uncertain terms, game breaking.
Here's what I do have to bring up about that, because I can see your point. I do have to bring up the fact that the deception wouldn't exactly help you here, because in the thing down below, it doesn't matter in this case, but the mortal that we're trying to get a contract signed are fully aware. Our deception would mean nothing. Like, they're fully aware you can't have anything in the fine print or anything like that.
I'm not talking about deceiving about the contract. Okay.
That's what this ability is about, though. What?
It is, but there is something you're not thinking about. You're missing the game-breaking part. So let me lay down a scenario for you. Okay? Let's say that there is a pathway that is blocked off to you. This is just an example. This is not the most extreme example either. Just an example. So, you go to the mayor of a neighboring village. All you have to do is convince that mayor that on the other side of that pathway is a trade opportunity for his town that his town cannot afford not to have access to. That'll bring prosperity to people forever. And it doesn't have to be true, of course. Suddenly, the mayor signs a contract with you to open that pathway. All you have to do is convince them they want the thing you want, which you have advantage on doing if I am playing everything as straight as possible. And boom, you basically get better than a wish spell for 10 gold pieces and another benefit on top of that.
Fully aware of the cost involved. I feel like there's a way to we could rework this though, because here's the thing: I like the idea of us being able to like have like a contract thing. I find that very
Ross,
flavorful and
here is
whatnot.
the honest answer, Ross. The way I would rework this, I would remove all the mechanics here and just make it a roleplay choice.
Why
The
not have it?
roleplay choice does
Why not swap it to where instead of you do not have to provide this benefit yourself, you have to end up being the one that provides this. So if it's gold, you would have to provide the gold if that's what the NPC wants.
question: who in a position of interest sells their soul for gold?
I use that as an example piece.
But therein
But
lies our issue, Ross. In your example of we have to provide it, suddenly there's no value for the person. Unless I allow you to do things that are completely and utterly game breaking, the theoretical patron that would sign this contract has no reason to ask for a service that can just be done by anyone else not asking for their soul. That's the issue.
wait, you said patron. No, we're the one giving. We'd be the one giving out the power.
This is not the warlock definition of patron. This is the actual definition of patron.
Okay.
Sorry for confusing you. But either way, I maintain my point. Either there are three options. I don't like either of them for me to allow this. Option one: I need to give you the power to do those insane things, but that doesn't really fix the issue. It just emboldens it. It just the issue is still there. Option two: if I make everything mundane, then I cannot justify any NPC ever knowing the terms agreeing to this. And option three is leave it as is, which again does not fix the issue for me. I cannot justify this feature existing in a way that both makes sense in the world and is not game breaking.
I'm sure there's a way, but for now, let's just look at it for fun. Just so we're not on this for 50 minutes.
If you can come up with something, that's fine.
I mean, you're the DM. You could also like think of other ideas as well. There are more than 3. Anyway, what are these gifts?
I mean, Ross, I cannot think of any idea. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Dude, it's 3 a.m. as of us recording this, so it's like you're not able to because of it's late.
I assure you, Ross, we're nowhere close to when I would go to bed. I am not tired.
Sure. Anyway.
If you have ideas, share them. This is a discussion forum.
I just said like, dude.
Alright, let's move on. Alright, here are the stage 1 gifts. So, at the beginning of your turn, if you are bloodied, you can choose to roll a hit dice, no action required, and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll. If you roll 1 on this die, you regain no hit points. You take 1 point of force damage instead.
Once per short or long rest.
Yeah.
Eh. I mean,
Get
it's stage 1, so
expertise
okay.
on 2 skills. If you roll a 1 or 2 on an ability check using one of the chosen skills, you immediately lose half your maximum number of hit dice, rounded
wait.
down.
Hit dice. Okay.
You do not regain hit dice. Oh my god, if it was
Oh.
HP,
I thought it was HP. I was like, what?
loss is wait until you finish 2 long rests.
Ow, but also 2 free expertise, which it doesn't say anything about us needing proficiency in those skills
Correct.
already. So,
Yes, you're not wrong.
we
You
could
gain
choose.
and what's the what you have proficiency? You can't have it looks, however, like the mechanic of expertise in
Requires you to have
2024
proficiency.
oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't think expertise is worth this.
It's a very high risk, at the very least.
It is a high risk. As a reminder, this book has added so many ways to use hit dice.
It has, yeah.
Alright, then we get Unsurpassed Fortune. When an enemy you can see within 10 feet of you succeeds on an attack or saving throw, reaction to roll a d20 on a 6 or higher. The triggering attack or save misses or fails, and you regain the use of your reaction.
Mm.
Otherwise, you take 1d6 psychic damage per transformation stage, which cannot be reduced. You regain your use of this ability when you finish a long rest. Sorry, let me read that again. You can use your reaction to roll a d20 on a 6 or higher. Okay.
So it's a once per long rest. Hey, we can manipulate the dice to re-roll again.
And then it's 1d6 psychic. I
Per
mean, this one's
transformation
honestly
stage.
fine.
Yeah.
At least early on, a 1d6 is not going to be the worst.
I mean, even by the time we get to, I keep on forgetting to pull up the chart. Even 46 at, I think it was like 17th level.
I mean,
It's not awful.
let's look at this. To get to the prodigious talent, the drawback is way too bad. But Joyous Life and Unsurpassed Fortune, let's be realsies here. For both of these, the drawback is negligible. Joyous Life is 1 damage. Yes, you are bloodied, but I guess
Honestly, I'm surprised
yeah,
I'm surprised it is just 1 damage.
it's 1 damage, and theoretically you could recover it. Yeah.
Right. That one isn't as bad.
And Unsurpassed Fortune, well, it is a d6, and that can be very dangerous. Here's the thing to remember. We choose to use this.
Yeah, you choose to use this, and apparently no matter what
you're okay.
No matter what, you gain back your reaction, I guess?
What do you mean you gain back your reaction? What?
So you use a reaction, and then on a 6 or higher, the triggering attack misses or the save
on
misses
a 6
or fails.
or higher, you get the reaction back.
Oh, it's just when you succeed on changing this. Okay.
Which is interesting design space, but I'm not really sure about that. Anyways, so that's all we get for stage 1 of this. Even though, again, at the moment I am banning this, we will look at the other stage benefits as well.
Maybe we'll have some sort of other thing that connects to those gifts or something.
Yeah.
And with the other boon we can get,
Infernal Smite. Once on each of your turns, you can choose one creature you have just damaged with a weapon attack, unarmed check, or cantrip. Deal an extra to that creature using the same damage type as it. You can add this damage. I want to point out this does not use your bonus action.
Once per short or long rest.
Choose to finish. You can add this number. You can add the damage number, but no more than once per damage roll. You can at higher transformation stages. You do additional 1d6s. Okay, so scale cantrip scales.
Oh, I read this wrong. Okay, so you have a proficiency number of times you could use this per short or long rest. Okay.
Oh, you thought it was proficiency number dice.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was like proficiency per like
no
1d6. No, I see now.
Yeah, this is not nearly as good as a real smite. Here's ironic. I want to point out. We have, honestly, this is really weak. Or, oh my god, this is game-breakingly busted.
Right. I think we can keep the first one with the idea of you getting a gift of some kind, but we could like rework this mechanically.
We would have to,
because I think the gifts are cool.
Heavily. Yeah, I get that, but we would have to rework this so heavily. So heavily.
And now
we can figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out another day. Let's see what our flaw is.
your body and soul are disadvantaged on death saves
As the plane
as
tries
the
to pull
plane
you
attempts to
back.
pull you in.
Didn't the Fae also have that? Am I crazy about that?
I think you're not wrong. In which case,
Which
that's
I mean,
kind
both of them
of
having the same thing. I guess it sort of makes sense.
disadvantage on no,
No,
the
first
first
save.
save that you make.
My
Yeah,
bad.
first save you make. What does Aberrant had? Did they have something similar? Sorry.
No, they had something. They had the table.
I mean, yeah, they had the two. I was wondering if they had anything else.
No.
No,
So
nothing else.
disadvantage
Okay.
on all just death saves, just by
All right.
in the
So,
level 1 to 4 stage.
so we are stage 2. Here are the gifts we get.
So gift of liberating freedom.
You gain stage 2 gifts. What's your high? As a bonus action, while aren't wearing heavy armor,
While aren't wearing heavy armor.
you can manifest a pair of leathery wings. You gain a fly speed equal to half your speed. These things recede if you dismiss them as a bonus action on your turn. You get the unconscious condition, or if you become bloody while they are manifested. You can have your wings manifested for 1 hour total, including several shorter stints, adding up to you gain your laser wings up to. Wow,
So
this is awful.
when we put it away, so okay, I think I understand how this works. So for an hour, we can our hour total, we can manifest the wings, put them away, and then like we can manifest them again as long as like the time that we have them out total isn't over an hour.
I guess that is something
Which-
fair, but oh my god, the
Interesting.
things that could make these go away, and the fact that the speed is so lame, when you have people that literally out of the box can just fly 30 feet.
Yeah.
This is a hard
And
sell.
a lot of subclasses get their subclasses and spell lists get like fly and whatnot because this is level 5 to 10.
You're right. Yeah, no, this is bad. Each time you damage with a melee attack, arm strike, or cantrip, you can do an additional two points of force damage per transformation damage,
Which at this point would be 4.
and would only ever get to be 8. But each time you roll a hit dice to regain hit points during a short rest, you regain
2
hit dice
fewer per hit die.
Yeah.
Ow!
That's supposed to be the drawback. I don't know. There's no drawback here. It just sucks. The stage 1 gifts are inherently better than the stage 2 gifts.
Yeah, no.
You sure you want these, Ross? You sure you want to work on to get these?
I mean, I still like the idea.
I mean, I get it, but again, we've talked about this. All right, let's see what we got. So, we select one stage 2 boon and get the stage 2 flaw. So our first one option is Demonic Brand. As a bonus action on your turn, you can brand a creature within 6 feet. You can see within fire marathon. That's targets no wisdom saving throw. They are not branded. Ooh, there's a save attached to it.
DC is
If
8
they
plus
fail, you
proficiency
choose
plus
one of the following
transformation.
effects for the duration. A -2 penalty on all saving throws, which is, how long is this again?
A minute.
1 minute. The first attack against each turn is made with advantage.
That's
okay.
Wait, the first attack against the creature on each
each
turn. Okay, so everyone gets a chance at this. Okay.
Yeah.
Or creatures cannot regain hit
the
points.
creature regain hit points. That depending on who you're fighting.
Yeah, depending on who you're fighting.
Usually, you're going to use when you finish long rest. This is solid. This
is
solid.
Yeah.
Not horrible.
I think my favorite would be the -2 to all saving throws, because then do they repeat the save? They do not repeat the save. Okay.
Yeah. Now this is a permanent debuff. This is pretty rough, but honestly, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Enhanced
contract, which requires the Devilish Contractor, which I feel at the moment, until we think of reworker that we and I are both happy with,
right,
is just banned inherently because its prerequisite is banned.
But let's see what happens with this.
You may switch between your active Gift of Damnation at the end of a short or long rest. In addition, when you switch Gifts of Damnation, you gain temporary hit points equal to 5 times your transformation stage.
I'll be honest, that's a little lame, but I mean, it's nice, I guess.
I mean, 5 times transformation ain't horrible.
By the time right now we're stage 2, that'd be 10 temporary hit points.
Right now it was 10, but yes, like I said, it's not horrible.
Yeah, no, it's not horrible, but...
But...
we have a Fiendish form.
What this I do need to call attention to something. So what this basically means is we only ever need to do one of those game-breaking contracts ever. Once we get the stage 2, because we can just switch them out, which is interesting. Anyways, carrying on.
Fiendish form.
Your appearance grows out. You can become red and leathery. You got Dish's horns. Up to the. You can suppress this form and present the appearance you want to wear, but this is the same one. This is just word for word. Bloodied, concentrating on a spell, entering hallowed ground, entering the presence of celestial or other fiends. Choose in the event of times or other extreme conditions on physical stress. The GM can call for a con save with the DC. Blah blah. We've done this.
And the DCs
We've
look the same as well.
Yeah, it is identical. In fact, I think I noticed something.
Oh, all the stage 2 flaws are the same sort of theme.
No, Faye doesn't have anything like that.
I thought they did. That sounds crazy.
No.
No. This
they-
just a disadvantage on just tests. Okay.
No, I thought. So yeah, but no, this is identical. So we can just skip over this. Non-animal creatures, blah blah. Yep. We've read all this. We're stage 3 now.
Yeah, stage 3. What are these gifts? What do we got?
Second chance. When you are reducing your hit points, you can use your reaction to roll a hit dice. If you roll a 2 or better, set your hit point total to the result of the roll. What? If not, you suffer a death saving throw failure. You regain uses. So wait, when you are. Oh, okay. You regain the use of this gift when you finish a long rest. Because I have disadvantage on all death saves, I'd never use this. I'd never want to risk it.
Also,
That.
here is like another question.
Mhm.
Let's say we're in like a rare scenario where we get hit by something that ends up making it to where we cannot heal. The fact that you set your hit point total to the result, does that count as healing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't get past that. It just would not work. In that case, it would not work. So that is
Right.
yeah.
That's.
To be
I was
clear,
just curious.
I don't know if I would use this, but this isn't bad. I just don't know if I'd use it.
Right. It's risky.
No, darn. Yeah. And then unconditional love. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you fails a saving throw, you reaction to gain temporary points equal to 1d10 plus your transformation stage. You regain the use of this gift when you finish a short or long. Okay.
If you roll a 1 on the die, you have no
Yeah,
temporary
wrong.
hit points. And
And
you're
have the
not
current
prone.
condition.
Okay, not horrible, I guess.
So we get one stage 3 boon and one stage 3 flaw.
Which the first
Uh,
one involves the contracts, which
It's Brooks is an enhanced contract, so we have to go the whole damn 9 yards.
gain 2 dim.
You
You get 2 of these benefits at a time. Okay.
You make an event of 2 damage. You may still only switch one after a short or long rest. Who cares? Again, for now, unless we can think of something we like.
The gifts themselves are fine. We just have to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. So what you want? You don't want me to unban the game-breaking feature. You want us to come up with something new to offer the same thing.
Basically, yeah.
Which I'm
Which we
down
can have
to
that be
do.
like it could be a contract and flavor, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. There is something we can do here.
Yeah.
But I just need what I ultimately need to get rid of is this sentence without ruining the ability.
Right.
And I think that is very hard for me to do.
You know, maybe if someone watching this has an idea, comment down below or something.
Yeah, because like I said, that is too abusable for me to ever be comfortable with. Anyways,
Then we have the overwhelming brand, which is an upgrade to the demonic brand from earlier.
Demonic. Anyways, you can apply one of the following additional blah 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 blah. The creature's speed is halved, and you can
move the creature.
And you can move the creature up to 10 feet horizontally on your turn. No action required.
Okay.
They are blinded on your turn. You can just remove the condition. No action required. But the flaw. Your new native intact laying claim to your form. Whenever you roll a natural 1 on any d20 test,
any of them,
66 psych damage at the end of the fiendish plane have to unbind your soul from the material plane. This damage can only be taken once per short rest, and it ignores all resistance. If this damage reduces your hit points to 0, you die and your soul is immediately taken to another world. You can only return to life by spells of 7th level or higher.
Ooh, okay. Let me just double check the
Holy
chart. Tier
hell.
3 is 11 to 16. So midway through this level scaling, we'll be able to even access level 7
Yeah,
spells or higher.
I maintain my
Ooh.
point. That is this. This is a hard sell.
This, if you end up getting that one when you're low on HP, that's gonna suck. But it's only once per short rest. That is when it happens. So,
Wait, whenever you wait, whenever. Oh, yeah, you're correct.
right. But having that happen at the wrong time.
I will say the wording here is a little messy. The wording here is instead of saying this damage can only be taken once per short rest, which is weird, it should say once per short rest this happens.
Right. If you
We're
roll
at
in that
stage
one.
4 now.
So to get Gift of Martial Prowess.
Prowess. Once per
Prowess.
turn, when you miss with a weapon attack or unarmed strength, you can reroll the attack roll. If it hits, you must spend 3 hit dice and add the result to the. Ooh, as for if the reroll misses, you must spend them and take second. This is actually really nice.
Once per long rest.
Yeah. Still, that's a
Still,
decent
that.
shred of damage if you can hit.
Yeah, no.
I will maintain a point though. Everything that this adds to as a use for your hit dice, every time this book adds a use for your hit dice, this book's
Main
what are they called?
gimmick is
Sangromancy
Sangomancy.
spells get worse and worse.
Yeah, no. You're not wrong.
Unbridled power. Upon finish short rest, you can spend 2 hit dice and regain a number of spell slots equal to the highest number rolled. However, you take damage twice the number that you rolled. You regain the reuse of this speed gift when you finish a long rest.
So you get a self damage.
Point and regain a number of spell slots equal to the highest. However, you take.
You
Who
take.
cares?
Yeah, it's self damage. Whatchamacallit, the wizard thing. What the fuck is that ability called? Where you get spell slots back on short rest. Uh,
Oh my god, this is so powerful.
you gain a number of spell slots equal to.
Here is something to think about. However, you take psychic damage equal to twice the total you rolled. Okay. So the most damage I am ever taking out of this that matters is
Would be double.
22 damage.
Whenever you take equal to the total that you rolled.
Twice the total that you. Oh, twice the. Okay.
Yeah, twice the total, so the overall. So, because I saw what you were thinking was taking a couple level dip in Barbarian to get
Okay.
D12s. That would be.
That's not what I was thinking. After all, these aren't classes. There's no dipping here. I was doing the math for what the biggest could be, but no, you're right. It's 44. That is actually pretty big.
Right.
But if that happens, you're getting.
You're getting a lot of spell slots back. I'm assuming.
You're right. You're right, though. I wouldn't want this on a barbarian. Who cares? Barbarian?
Well, you could take a 2-level dip in order to get the higher die, which technically would mean unless it'd be the spellcaster die that you have to use, but it doesn't state that.
It does not say that does not apply. Anyways, this is strong but cool.
Yeah, it's cool, and also we're stage 4. We're level 17 to 20, so who cares?
Oh, you're right. 44 damage is nothing. We can take it.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right. One stage 4 boon and the flaw. So abyssal resistance, immunity to damage type chosen, and resistance to other 2 damage types. Additionally, resistance damage from non-magical weapons attacks or unarmed strikes. Interesting that you specify that.
Getting an
Also,
immunity that never turns off is powerful.
I do need to point out that the resistance to non-magical weapon damage is no longer counterintuitive with the current 5e 2024 design. They just make all the magic weapons force damage to get around it now.
Yeah.
Just want to point that out. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah,
I know what it means.
Still, though.
As a magic action, you can tear open a portal to the Netherworld and summon up to 4 fiends to see our blah blah blah. The fiends remain for 1 minute. Oh, this is. The demons inside the summoned fiends are friendly to you and the die for blah blah blah. They obey that you issue if you don't blah blah blah. Bonus act. You don't.
So we just get a fiend summoning spell.
Yeah.
With
the old style, which again counterintuitive to the current style. And then the ultimate brand. So interesting. No upgrades to the contracts on this one.
No.
When a creature affected by your starts a turn, you can use reaction to its move and the action it takes. If you do, the creature removes the unit within the end of the turn. You can't use
So
at the end of it.
we basically can
So,
say what they can do, but they can
but
get
if we
another
do that,
save.
they can escape. But that could be huge.
That could be so. Honestly, here's what you do with this. You choose the
Mhm.
brand that minuses 2 to saving throws. So
Correct.
now, I like the brand. The brand is pretty fun.
Yeah, which is good because at this point, my current rule set, it's all you're allowed to have.
But now we have the final flaw, the true name.
The
But
true name.
before we can get to
Your
the
fiend,
feat.
yeah, your fiend transformation is complete, and you are reborn. You are assigned a blah blah blah, which becomes you receive your mastery blah blah blah. A creature with a challenger with an enemy that knows your true name can use a magic to speak your true name. You must not use it on your blah blah blah. You may handle represents at the end of each of your turns, and
You have
you
the
have the charm
charm
condition even
condition.
if you are immune to being charmed.
Ooh.
As a bonus action, entity that has broken true name can force you to move up to your speed and use your action to attack with a weapon. Use your arm strength or cast a cantrip against the target of their choice. All attacks against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage on save throws. You cannot regain hit points. You immediately lose any temporary points you have. I mean, that's pretty strong, but
That is a
only when
very
the DM
powerful
says
flaw.
so. But once again, I am put with an interesting situation. There is a little. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as the Aberrant Horror, so I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say some campaigns I won't allow this.
Right.
So we're not going to go.
I think the package as a whole, even with the part that we're banning, for now, because we were getting pending, I think the whole package is fun. It's neat.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, Ross, what you want, let's be real, what you want, and you know what? Maybe we just make it that simple. You can just have the bloody things. The
gift of our choice. The gifts of damnation.
Yeah, but maybe I just let you have them, and we just move on with our lives. Maybe that's the trick here, because like I said,
maybe. And then whatever character I have, we could flavor as me doing a contract.
Yeah. Flavor, whatever. But yeah, I think unfortunately though, yes. This sentence though is way too abusable for any players to have access to it.
However, we are not done yet.
We got the one that's probably our favorite considering the history of our campaigns.
Yep. Let's see what the feat is for this one.
Oh yeah, the feat. I totally remember that. All right.
Which we gotta be 19th level or higher.
Elder Fiend. I bet you it's all gonna be the same as the other ones. Yep. Blah blah blah. Increase of blah blah blah. You are no longer affected by the pull of the Netherworld transformation flaw.
Which one was that again?
That was the one where we got pulled back.
Yes, that was the 6d6.
Choose any Fiend boon you don't have, but meet the Corona Award, you get it.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's not going to leave with a lot of options at my table at the moment. Anyways.
I mean, like we said, we could just enable the gift part and just ignore everything else.
Yeah.
So,
anyways.
I think so far, Fae, Fiend, or Abjuration, or not Abjuration, Aberration.
I think, honestly, ironically, Fiend is definitely the most usable.
It's the most usable, and I think Fiend is the most flavorful for me.
Yeah, because the thing about Fae is it doesn't do a lot, so I don't see myself wanting to use it. Anyways, I gotta get going.
Yeah. Next time, where you will be covering what is next?
The hag. I said the
hag. The hag. Oh, I never even heard you say hag. We're covering the hag, and we'll be right back.